Hey guys, it's Magic Postamon here, and today I am going to talk about RE-PERK. This is How to Farm Episode 2 RE-PERK. And honestly, right now, RE-PERK is the most sought out things in the game right now because it can be used to make amazing perks on weapons. If you don't know what RE-PERK is, you can use it to change and upgrade perks on your weapons to make them whatever perks you want. So you can basically customize your own guns. It's a super cool feature they added. Relatively new. They added it last season. You can start using RE-PERK once you hit the second Storm Shield Defense of Plankerton. There's only a couple ways to really farm RE-PERK efficiently. I'm super greedy, so I use all of my RE-PERK, and I always have to farm it. And before I talk about how to farm it, I am going to point out some of the ways you can obtain it easily. So if you didn't know, you can obtain 2,000 RE-PERK every week in the weekly store for only 1,000 gold. And honestly, I think it should be the first thing that you buy in the store before even like Legendary Flux, which is like what everyone wants. The RE-PERK is having 2,000. That's like, that takes forever to get. And that's two different perks that you can change. It's amazing that they put that in the shop. I'm super glad that they did, and I hope it doesn't go away. That's one of the best ways to get it right now, is just to buy it in the shop. The next way you can obtain it easily is doing Challenge the Horde, or Horde Bash, as some people call it. You get about 200 each Horde Bash you do, as long as you complete the quest. So, I mean, that's pretty good, because not only do you get 200 perk, but you also get, like, Legendary Perk Up, Gold, and tickets, and all this other stuff. So honestly, it's definitely worth doing Horde Bash if you haven't done it yet. I highly suggest you do it before the end of even this birthday event that's going on. That's going to end in a couple of days, so if you're watching this in the future, it won't apply to you. But at the end of Road Trip, I would definitely suggest doing those. But if you don't want to do Horde Bash, or you're watching this in the future and there is no Horde Bash, you can do the you can just farm it, or do the Canny Valley questline. It's the last way to obtain it without farming it. You get it as a main quest reward, which is great. I'm really happy they added it into the questline rewards, because it's not much, but it's like enough for it to be called like an alright reward. Where like the old Canny Valley rewards were complete garbage, and this one they're adding RE-PERK, which like isn't that much, but it is very, very helpful. You get about like 500, 800, something like that in the first 7 pages of Canny, which isn't that much, but it is something. What you could do is you could just do the Canny questline, and eventually it'll keep more and more RE-PERK, and you don't even have to farm RE-PERK until you're done with Canny. Now, if you want to farm RE-PERK, there are 2 ways to do it efficiently. Now, honestly, they don't really give you that much, and if you're super lazy, like lazier than me, or you just don't need RE-PERK as much, you don't have to farm it. You can just buy it in the shop every week. I mean, you get 2 perks a week. If you don't play that much, I would just buy it in the shop. But there are ways you can farm it if you feel like doing it, if you need some extra, or you just want to make a ton of weapons like I do, then you could do that. So both of the ways, I guess there's kind of 3 of them, but 2 of the ways utilize the Danger in the Mist event quest. I'm going to put it on the screen right now. I'm going to explain the quest. Basically, when it says, kill 50 mist monsters in successful missions, that means all you have to do is just hit the mist monster. You don't actually have to kill the mist monster. You just hit it 1 time. It doesn't matter how much damage you do it. If you do like 1 damage to the mist monster, as long as someone else kills it, then it counts for your quest. And also it says in all missions. So let's say you're in Twine, you could do this quest in Plankerton if you want to help your friend out. That's like one thing that I like doing, is like, while I'm helping my friends in Plankerton, I could still get RE-PERK while I'm helping them out. It's really helpful. Whenever you see a mist monster on the map, kill it. You know, like, don't run away from it. Don't be scared of it. kill it for that RE-PERK. Basically, every miss monster you kill, you get 2 RE-PERK. It's great. So it won't count if someone else kills it without you hitting the miss monster. But it does count if your traps hit it, your hover turrets hit it, or your gadgets hit it. Or your abilities, yeah, like Teddy and hover turret, yeah, stuff like that. Basically, the first way is to do encampments that give RE-PERK as a reward. To find these easily, I would go to a website called fortnitedb.com/stormchaser/all. And I think David Dean did a video on this website. I'm going to link it in the description. And I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. So what you want to do is you want to click RE-PERK and then click encampments and scroll down. And you can see all the missions that give RE-PERK in as an encampment mission. And what you can do is you want to make sure in the encampments you want to hit the mist monsters. Now, if you're in Plankerton, it might be kind of hard to get 50 mist monsters, but I think it can be done. What you want to do is you want to, if you're in Plankerton, the mist monsters won't, I don't think they'll spawn unless they're in a bonus encampment, so just keep that in mind. And then Canny, they do spawn before bonus, but not that much, and in Twine, they spawn like everyone except for like the first one. But if you're in Twine, you'll almost 100% get 50 mist monsters as long as you're fast and like you can hit them. Or if you're in Canny, you should be able to get 50 as well. Make sure you do every single encampment until you get 50 mist monsters. You also want to make sure you have like a good party, because if you're soloing it, it's kind of hard to do all the encampments if it's like your power level. I tried to do it earlier and I was doing 88 and I'm power level 89. And I did do it, but I didn't do all the bonuses, all the bonus ones, because for some reason this morning, no one was joining my mission, so I had to solo a ton of them. But so sometimes you don't have to do all of the encampments to get 50 mist monsters, but your teammates might need some. So it is a courteous thing to do to help them out with the. You also get better rewards at the end. There's a couple strategies you can do to hit all the mist monsters if you're kind of slow and you can't really hit all 50. If you're struggling getting to 50 mist monsters per encampment mission, you could try hover turrets. You could make sure you place them in the correct spots. Make sure they don't get blocked. There's a couple strategies with abilities you could do. I know one that some people actually do is you just need a constructor with a decoy. And then you'll place the decoy down and put Trailblaster in your tactical. And it's called, like, Don't Move Creep or Your Move Creep, something like that. And it, like, releases a shockwave around the decoy and it hits all the enemies in the proximity of it. It doesn't do much damage, but it hits all the enemies. So it'll hit the mist monsters and you'll get the count for the mist monsters as long as it dies. That's the one that I've seen that people use, but I'm not quite sure if they're... how many more there are, but there's definitely some out there. People use Dragon Slash and encampments a lot. That's a good idea. Shurikens would be great with piercing. Kind of stuff like that. Plasma Pulse would work. You could do proximity mines or airstrike with your hover turret if you want to. And encampment missions, I would suggest them if you have a good a good party, good teammates, because you won't need Adrenaline Rush, but if you're kind of like lower level team, then you want to have Adrenaline Rush during encampments. But if you have an AoE weapon, that would also work too. Something like the Thunderbolt or the Maverick or even the Founder's Revolt, if you want, or some kind of explosive weapon. Quad Launcher is probably a good idea, or even the Noble is actually probably the best one in kind of missions. You just hit every enemy. So the next way to farm RE-PERK is harder, and really shouldn't be done if you're in Plankerton. If you're in Canny, it's going to be a little bit harder. If you're in Twine, this should be able to be done. So basically what you have to do is you have to super speed run in Atlas 1. And when I say super speed run, I mean you have to complete the mission under 10 minutes, which isn't that hard to do. So in Atlas 1, defense is 8 minutes, and so basically you have to find the blue glow, find the Atlas, put it in the blue glow, build a defense in 2 minutes. It's not that hard, and some people can do it 1 minute. but basically you have to have a good team that can do that very fast. If it's just you, that's gonna be kind of hard. I'd recommend having two other teammates, one other teammate maybe, hopefully two of them. It'd be three would be great. And you can basically farm the encampment mission in under 10 minutes, so you can do two of them in under 20 minutes. So, and encampment missions take 20 minutes. So, this way you can get about 160, as long as you get the 50 mist monsters every 2 missions. Hopefully, you should be able to do that if you're in Twine. If you're in Canny, it depends on the mission. Some missions don't spawn many mist monsters, and some do. But, so this will give you 160 RE-PERK every 20 minutes, and if you do the encampments, it'll give you about 130 every 10 minutes. So I personally do the encampment one because I don't want to. It's because the Atlas one is kind of a gamble. But the Atlas one is better if you have the right team. But the encampment one is pretty easy to do because also once you complete all the encampments, you have a couple of minutes to farm that map. You usually have like 5 to 10 minutes to farm throughout the map, and that's great. I mean, it's awesome when you have all that time to grind mats, and especially encampments give you a bunch of obsidian, shadow shard, even like just base materials like wood, stone, and brick. So what you could do is you could do Atlas 1s until you run out of mats, and then just do a couple encampments until you get enough mats, then do Atlas 1s, then do encampments, and you could just keep doing it. Then a final method that really isn't a method because it's kind of RNG. You can't do it all the time. It's super rare. As soon as you can find a 4-man mission that gives 4 times RE-PERK. They do exist. They're super rare. And they don't give that much RE-PERK. Like in Plankerton, they'll give like 64 to 80, 100 to 130 in Canny, and about 130 to 180 in Twine. It isn't that much better than doing encampments because it is a 4-man. It is kind of hard to do, but it is better. It is a little bit better. So I would take advantage of it if you do see a 4 times RE-PERK. Overall, this whole RE-PERK thing, I really think Epic needs to make it just a little bit easier to do the RE-PERK. Like if they made it 40 mist monsters, it'd be great. Honestly, that wouldn't even do that much, but 40 mist monsters would be kind of cool. Or if they added another quest, or if they made it so if you get over 50 mist monsters, they carried on to the next one. That would be kind of cool. I don't know how they would do that, but they could probably figure it out. Or if they added something that was kind of hard to do that gave you some RE-PERK, like complete 5 challenge the hordes and you get like 200 RE-PERK or something like that. That would be interesting. Because then I'll actually have more motivation to challenge the horde after I've basically completed it all. But I really wish they would add a couple other things. But out of all the methods out there that I've seen, these are the best methods you can do to farm RE-PERK. If you guys know any other method, go ahead and leave it in the comments, and I'll definitely check it out. And I might do a part 2 on this video if I find another thing out. But I'm always farming RE-PERK all the time. Whenever I'm not farming tickets or perk up, I'm farming RE-PERK. So if you guys want to farm some with me, you can just go ahead and hit me up on Epic. Add me. My name is ShinyZoroark. I'll put it in the description if you guys want. You can, and if I'm not on Discord, it means I'm just chilling out. If I'm not on Fortnite, it means I'm chilling out on Discord, or I'm sleeping. But you can add me on Discord too. It's shiny #4822. If you like adding me, I will always respond to Discord if you message me. If anyone wants different tips that I didn't mention, leave in the comment section. And anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, please leave a like button and subscribe. Goodbye. So I want to add here at the end that I will not be doing a 10-minute video farming RE-PERK because you can't really do it in 10 minutes. So yeah, so stuff that takes either like stuff that you get as like rewards for mission, I won't be doing a 10-minute clip of me farming it, but stuff that you get in game, I will be doing a 10-minute clip of me farming it. Just so you guys know for the future. Yeah, that's all I want to say.